Welcome back to the channel, good friends. Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning. The boxes are piling up. A lot of things are coming in. So let's dig into this pile and start putting some things together. We have everything ripped apart, ready for the film, and for things to be replaced and repaired anyways. But let's dig into this pile and start putting things together. Starting to get a little bit ridiculous as we have parts going all the way over to the corner. The side steps just came in a couple minutes ago. And doesn't it seem like everything that comes in needs just a little bit of customization and never just fits up perfectly? I mean, that's perfectly fine with me, but it just delays everything. So what we're going to do today, we got the instrument cluster cover just came in. And since I'm really nervous about my needles getting broken and pulled off of the speedometer face, let's get that back together, get that back in. I also received a stock radio. All the buttons are in great shape except for here, but I can touch that up. What I'm going to be doing is putting that in, making sure that the stock Bose speakers and system still works, because it has a Bose system, and see how it sounds. And then I can mount my carpuride anywhere in here. It's mobile. I can just lay it, I can pick what I want to pick and set it to 95.1, and the carpuride will send my sound nice and crisp through the radio into the speakers. We'll see how that sounds, because I do not like aftermarket custom sound, as you might have noticed. We got the new sills in after cleaning up inside there and doing the bed liner infused with Kevlar fibers, keeping everything nice and fresh. Let's get to work. Let's get to work on that cluster. Really shouldn't need any other harsh tools except for this. Okay, so we're going to carefully get this on without touching the needles, hopefully. Should snap right in place. I got these two. Let's just carefully spin it around. And we have 1, 2, 3. Those are all latched. And there we go. Brand spanking new. Okay, let's get this back up into the Hummer. Okay, first we plug in goes at the top like so. All right, that's locked in there. Before we bolt anything down, before we fasten anything, we are going to turn the key on and make sure everything works. Okay, we have some lights. All the gauges. Oh yeah. All right, excellent. Everything works. Now, get all the bolts to secure this, and then we'll get the bezel back on. All right, now the bezel, and that goes in 2 clips up top, and like so. And these 2 bolts. Go back up here again with the steering wheel. So much better. That was all collapsed in there and cracked in 3 places. Now, like new. Okay, now we can address the radio. So let's pull that out. We have two connectors. And we'll just put that to the side for now. All right, so before we even try to attach, it looks so much better. The buttons are in great shape. We have power. These radios are programmed to the VIN number of each vehicle they come from. When you swap them out, they're going to come locked. So you're going to have to take off the lid, remove a little chip, and this will unlock it. Let's go do that right now. All right, got to do some surgery on this little thing. Got 2 bolts back here. 1, 2. Now, it's going to be hard to see, but there's a pin on this chip that has to be disconnected, pulled away. And it's number 8. It's this one right here. All right. Pretty sure I got it, so let's put it back together. The bolts back in. There was a time where you could hold the number 2 and the number 3 in, or another combination, and a 1-800 number would pop up and you would call that, and they would give you a code to punch in. That's no longer in service. And these radios you can find for 20 bucks. So, all right, I'm going to get this other bolt back in, and then we'll hook it up and try it. Be right side up. key. All right, it is no longer locked. Let's power it up. It's going to go through the call error. Now, let me try and get a... All right, so I found out that when you have power and everything works except for the sound, there's an amplifier down in there. And as you can see, there is no amp down in there. It's the Bose system amp, and you can see all these connections down in here. Well, they lead to nothing. So I will, because of that aftermarket stereo, and they wanted to bypass the amp to get to the speakers, I'm going to have to take the center console completely out and rewire things directly and bypass the amp since it's not there anymore. So yet another little chore, and we'll do that when we have time in a future video. So if I lift this up, you can see where the amp is supposed to be. And what they did was they cut the wires for the speakers so they could hook those up to these custom wires. And I'm just going to have to hook them all up. They're color-coded. So it's just going to be more time-consuming than anything else, really. All right, that is going to do it for this video. Baby steps with this one. We are making progress. Some things, it seems like when we fixed one issue, the next link in the chain needed to be addressed, and hey, we'll just take it one at a time and get it done. Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning. I'll catch you in the next video.